we need to practice what we preach, okay?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So then when you share out your knowledge panel, and then I'll share it and whatever, and you can give credit to me if you want or
Yeah,
not,
no, I
right?
100% will. Yeah.
Then when there gets more traffic to your knowledge panel, then that actually helps reinforce your knowledge panel. Hey Leo, how you doing?
Dennis, how are you?
Good, good.
I know we've crossed paths like virtually a bunch of times online, but never had the opportunity, I don't think, to actually meet one on one.
Well, I'm glad Karen brought us together.
Yeah, she's fantastic. How long have you known her?
Oh, 15 plus years maybe?
Oh, wow. All
We
right.
both had, I think, Dave Woolman as our coach when we were at SMU on the track team.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't there the same years, but
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think I've known her since 2015 or so, 2016 or something like that.
That's a long time in internet time.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. We've had the benefit of meeting a handful of times in person, so it's been nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know we're both part of the organization and the board, and so you sent out a note. First of all, I was like, "Hey, it'd be nice to connect with other people on the board, and especially yourself, since I've followed you
Yeah.
for a while, and then also to see how we could work together or anything else." But I also was interested in that the knowledge part because I did a search for my name, and
Uh-huh.
I built up my site a bit, but for some
Uh-huh.
reason I don't have like the option to claim my name or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, let me show you.
Yeah, please.
Let me share my screen here. Have you used our tool,
I've not. No,
the Knowledge Graph Explorer?
no.
You know I'm a search engine engineer, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is our little tool. I'll just paste the URL in.
Okay.
Public URL, but people don't know about it because they haven't shared it. So it's hidden in plain sight, if you will. So what we're trying to do is find your knowledge graph ID. And
Okay.
there you are. There's not a lot of competition. These ones don't even count. Summer Digital Summit. I guess you spoke at this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because you know the Google is categorizing everything into objects, and that's the knowledge
Yes.
graph. And they're all linked together, and there's citations and attributes and things that
Yep.
are associated with each of these objects, right? And they're
Yep.
trying to
Yep.
link everything together, right? That's what Google does.
Yep.
That's what we did at Yahoo. And the more confidence we have in who you are, like this is just a regular search for you.
Yeah.
There's all these other tools that I can do searching. There's this, right? So you're wondering why there's no knowledge count, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have a site, which is cool to have number one ahead of your LinkedIn, which is
Yeah.
already a big plus. And the number of links you have is reasonably authoritative in your stuff with startups and CEO things and whatnot. Oh, okay. These links are mainly from sites that you built.
Yeah. A lot of them are.
Okay. This is like that footer stuff. All right, all right. Yeah, those links don't count for I misunderstood here.
Yeah. I don't know. I always get backlinks on things like this. I have no idea why. There's some stuff in there from schools though. Like I taught at Iowa State University, or I taught at West Virginia University. But yeah, a lot of these things are either sites I've built or where I've added my name and things like Jason
Jason
Falls.
Falls. All right, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Things like that.
Do you
Yeah.
do you have any
Definitely do
favorite
that.
SEO tools?
I use Uber Suggests right now.
Oh, Neil Sting. All right. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it was just the most affordable one for me based on my budget. But I do like what you're using. I used to use it at work.
Yeah, it's expensive,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing.
$1,000 a month for us,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I have whatever deals with all of these guys. Like I'm on the advisory board for SEMrush too. They don't like it when I use Ahrefs, but Ahrefs is a better auditing tool. All right, so you have these are the three good links you have.
Okay. You define good as the domain authority?
Well, good is in like it's relevant, the domain authority is high, the link is, well, maybe not this one because this is one of any of these like footer built by whatever things, those
Uh,
used to matter. But as of a few years ago, Google's like, all right, these guys are just trying to parasitically take the
I
juice,
see
right?
it.
Oh yeah, the Oreo tweeted dark thing. All right. I mean, this is pretty steady. So whenever we see like ridiculous link velocity, like all of a sudden there are a whole bunch of links or something, then it's like suspicious, right?
Wait for it or
So
something.
where the
Yeah.
traffic coming from, it's, US, reasonable mix of follow, no follow.
Yeah. I even went just when I saw your email, I went to what is it, legal Google Scholars, and I
Uh,
realized like a public profile there, but I'm in like Karen's book and a bunch of others.
yeah. Yeah, but those things don't seem to show up there.
Yeah, I just did the public profile, so I don't know if that's why, or maybe I don't have links to them on my site. Maybe that could help or something.
Okay. I wonder if it could be as simple as, I mean, I think Google's smart enough, but you have Leonardo instead of Leo Morejon. So what if you just had leomorjon.com?
Yeah, I own that too.
Yeah, because there's not, I mean, there's 30 searches a month for your name. So that's easy to dominate on. It's not like there's a soccer player with your name or
Yeah, 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 exactly.
which is great. Here's the good news. You do have a knowledge panel.
Okay,
Here it is. And
interesting.
this one, Google knows enough about you that it renders the colored boxes, which gives you a full knowledge panel and it's associated your Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I think your Instagram should be here too,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So our tool returned your knowledge panel ID, your KGM ID. So what you do is you see these three dots, come here, claim knowledge panel,
okay.
get verified. Do you know about this, getting verified on Google?
I read about it, but yeah, I wasn't too familiar
My
about it.
article about it, or you're just generally
I,
heard about it?
I think I just generally heard about it.
Yeah. So then you got to go through this. But of course, you need to show that, this is you
Yeah, I
and
could do
you
that.
are the
Yeah.
person. But this is where people goof it up.
Okay.
It's like, oh, okay, it's just a simple form. So just like blah 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 blah. And I'll just upload, a couple things showing that I'm the
Sure.
owner of this thing. This is me, right? But then they get disapproved because they don't know how to they need to say things in a certain way. And so my article talks about how to do that.
Okay, I'll take a look at your article.
Yeah,
This
in
is what you
fact,
just shared with
you
me, right?
search on like knowledge panel, Dennis Ewer Blitz metrics. It's this article here. I go through the steps and I cover also the mistakes that people make and what the common troubleshooting sorts of things are.
Okay.
I'll just put that here into the chat. And how about now you share your screen so that I can make sure you know
Yeah,
how
of
to get to
course.
this. Let's go to that first one. I think if you get a little more traffic to
Uh-huh.
some of these high-powered links, because Google had to reveal when they got sued by Apple and all that, or, the whole DOJ thing, they had to reveal how their SEO works, right? And
Uh-huh.
they revealed they use clickstream behavior is their
Nice.
number one thing. So if we just drive a little traffic to some of these articles or your site or like whatever you think is super authoritative, you just put your name in there. All right, you
Okay.
click on that first one, see on Google. That's your knowledge panel.
Awesome.
Okay. But it's not showing up under your name. It's there, but it's not
Yeah.
triggering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to get it to trigger. So good news is you have a knowledge panel.
Oh, this isn't my right LinkedIn, I don't think.
Okay, well then we need to drive traffic to the correct one. How many of those other things are you?
These are right.
Okay.
I haven't updated this in forever, and I don't really tweet anymore.
Okay. You just need to, another thing I'll show you. Open a new tab and go to blitzmetrics.com/ACL, which is access checklist. And it's a little tedious, or if do you have like a VA or somebody who does
Not anymore. I
for
used to.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to be on like Quora and YouTube and whatever, Rumble. Just go in and just claim all these things.
Okay.
And then for personal entities as well as for like business entities, because you understand that those are separate entities, your
Yeah.
business, and then even if it's like mainly you
Yeah.
consulting,
Yeah.
this this
Yeah.
this, this is like the biggest goof up I see in the
Okay.
whole like agency speaker author kind of expert space is that
Yeah.
they confuse their business with them as a person.
Yeah. I could see that happening very easily.
Yeah, so you just got to come in and make sure there's an entity for your business and an entity for you.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
And
This is awesome.
if I look at your about, oh yeah, so okay, I'm going to take over the screen again. But
Yep,
you understand, just it's a tedious thing the first time. Just come in and claim all the stuff, and then point all your business entities to your company page, and all the personal stuff to your personal
got it.
site,
Yeah. That
right?
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's literally as simple as that. I think we do that. We'll trigger a knowledge panel,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then run dollar a day on just a few of what we call your greatest hits, right?
Yeah.
So here, the about seems pretty good, but look how many links there are to your about.
Yeah. 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 I need to work on this one because my landing page, my front page is kind of like what I've been driving traffic to.
Yeah.
And the about page was kind of like more of like a little personal about page. Not, but I could change that. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can use your homepage too as whatever we call the entity hub. So the entity hub is the thing that everything connects into. So this one
Yeah.
page is the definitive thing that everyone's pointing to on Leo Morejon, right?
Got it. Got it. Yep.
Here's what you rank on site wide.
Yeah. Oreo stuff.
And I remember looking at this Oreo dunk in the dark like a year ago or something like that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
still ranks, still gets traffic, right? You know
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Yep. I see.
And yeah, the Super Bowl Oreo thing. Yeah, I remember. Okay. So it's this one thing is your most powerful. This is good news because usually with people, their homepage for their personal brand site is the one that wins because people search on that person's name. But you actually have all these other things that are, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
not
low keyword difficulty. That's fine. But it shows that you have content, not a lot, but it's
yeah,
mainly this one, but you have other content that
yeah,
is
yeah,
kind of showing up here and there, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So these things here you want to make stronger.
Okay.
So several things like this Oreo dunk in the dark, you went from 4 to 2 3 days ago. Might as well just take number one, you know?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Amen.
so like here, strengthen this one, and then we're going to strengthen your name too. So strengthening. Do you see how strengthening your articles by making it better? Maybe you update it a little bit. Maybe you're pointing links to it. Maybe
Yeah,
you like retweet it just to get a little love on it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
This one is almost half of the keywords that you rank on.
yeah,
This page
yeah. That's what
alone,
I'm. Yeah.
right? Well, the whole like 80-20 rule, Pareto
Yeah.
principle.
Yeah.
It's in internet, we view it as 99-1. Like the winners just and in fact, the very fact this Oreo Super Bowl, the very article itself proves the point
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one standout thing is worth more than all these. Like people say, oh, it's the long tail. Like, no, it's not. It's about winners. It for sure it's about
Yeah. Yeah. And this is
all
winning.
about winners. The more
Yeah.
competition there is, the bigger the winners are. Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And that's what you have here. So how can you make this one better?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I love that. Yeah. One of the
And
things.
then have other people link to it. Maybe other people who've talked about it, or get some quotes from other people. I'm not saying like Neil Patel likes to talk about creating skyscraper content for
Uh-huh.
SEO. I'm not saying you have to do that necessarily. But look, you have only three features here.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
shows up in regular search, PAA, video preview thumbnail, but it should show up in other social media. Your
Yes.
name only shows up in a couple things. Your name should show up with PAA and knowledge panel.
Yeah. That's
So all the
interesting.
people that are like Leo Morejon or you've spoken to the same conferences or Karen or me or it should show up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you look on mine, right? It's like not fair to use my example, but
No, but yeah, I
So
get it. Yeah.
okay. So you can see like, oh, people related to him, oh, Neil Patel and Rand Fishkin and like
Yeah. 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 I see.
and there's thousand searches, there's all this searches for me. These are all these tools. I'm using lots of tools, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So all these things are showing up. Your about, I don't think shows. You should also put in like your age and other publishing.
Okay.
Put
Do
it
I put that on my site?
Yeah, it needs to
Okay.
be. It need because remember, Google's database is the knowledge graph, and they're looking for things that are factually true.
Got it.
So, can they verify that you were born and raised in New Jersey
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
what date and you did these things? You ran a popular website. Okay, so these are all. I'm not saying these aren't true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, okay, if I'm Google, I'm saying, okay, yeah, but this can't help your knowledge panel because there's no specificity of the proof that you've done these things.
Yeah. I see. But like Oreo.
Google assumes you're guilty until innocent, right? You understand how that's
Yeah.
how
Yeah. Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
by definition, the web is internet. There's spam, there's spam, and they distrust everything. You have to prove it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. That totally makes sense. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah. So then I think if you run dollar a day to your top articles, mainly this one, I would do this. Yeah. See, I'll literally this is like a dream inside the dream inside the dream. I write content on multiple levels. There's like what I'm actually saying, and then there's like a deeper level that people didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see what Dennis is really saying. The 80-20 rule is now the 99-1 rule, and because of social media and AI. I gotta make it more interesting. Did you know that? Okay, see,
Yeah. Yeah.
Leo.
It's more Leo.
It's what?
It's more Leo. Maybe that's why it doesn't
It's
come up.
more Leo. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I should be more active on there. I haven't been active.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not active.
This article. See, I say this article because like, what article? This
Yeah. Yeah.
article on Oreo's dominance during the Super Bowl, and it still kills it. No,
I
kills it. Good words. Still dominates. No, I said dominates. It still rules. So now I've generated a citation, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now I put this here, and good. You have the OG tag, so it's showing the image.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I got pretty tight on that kind of stuff. I use WordPress and Rank Math now.
Oh yeah, Rank Math. I got rid of all-in-one and these other ones, so I use
Yeah.
Rank Math and Link Whisper. I don't think you have enough content for it to matter yet. How many pages do you think you have on the site?
Good question. Anywhere
Yeah.
between like 50 and 100, maybe.
Yeah, okay. 48. All right,
Okay. Close.
good. But you see, these are all zeros.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there
I'm
like,
not saying they're bad articles, but you
no, no, you're
basically
right.
have
I get
like
what you're saying.
you have like one article, okay?
Yeah, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. No, this is great, great information.
So this is a glasses half full or glasses half empty. I think it's great because you have this one great thing. So I would
Have something.
I would say something, and you don't like a lot. Whenever I tell people this, they overdo it because I'll just say like, "Hey, you have this is a great." Because what we do is look at all your stuff and find your greatest hits. Your greatest hits are the thing that's done the best on whatever channel, and we
Okay,
usually like the one that's on your website, but it could be like you gave your quote in the New York Times or something like that, right?
sure, sure.
You understand like the idea of a greatest hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Just all you got to do is write a one liner. You don't have to write a whole new article or just like literally just get some shares on it, right? That's it.
Okay,
And then tie your things together on the access checklist, like we talked about,
okay.
claim the knowledge panel, going
Yep.
through the steps that we talked about in that article. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I've done this and I've helped, I don't know, 100 friends do this.
Yeah.
It's just like my community service thing to friends. Okay. I don't want to charge you for it because that doesn't make sense, but
Yeah,
I just want you to do it anyway because it's the same steps and people goof it up because they don't know. And
sure, sure.
as far as I know, I don't know of anyone else who actually has the the how-to kind of stuff. I've looked, I've never seen anyone,
Yeah, I
even
know.
people that claim to be SEO experts, they don't have knowledge panels for their name and they don't even know what it is. Like, well, how
Yeah,
can
no, you're right.
are you kidding? Then
Yeah,
I
no,
was
this is
other people
incredible.
like, yeah, well, that's because it's obvious to you because you were a search engine engineer. So like for
Got
you,
it.
that's like what you did all day long. So okay,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, fine. But
Oh, but I appreciate you doing this. No, this is great.
yeah,
Thank you so
there you
much.
go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to working on this as soon as I can. This is
And then when you get your knowledge panel, this is another way. You'll see this is the way I think. It's a very meta way of thinking. When you get it, celebrate it. So you'll see when I make all these posts like, "Hey, look at what happened with these guys and this let's celebrate so and so who just achieved this great
sure.
thing." I'm really just trying to pass juice to them, right?
Got it, got it. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have my blog has a lot of SEO power because I've been mentioned in the media like national media many
Yeah,
times.
yeah. You've been on it. Yeah.
So then I write articles about friends of mine, and it's a legit way to pass juice. Because if I were to just a straight up link, people in the SEO community
Yeah.
would nail me because they would like, oh, he's selling links or whatever, right?
That's
So I
funny. That's
write
funny.
articles about people using AI and our VAs,
Yeah.
and that's a legit, totally white hat way where I have tremendous link power. I've made people's careers off of a single
That's,
blog.
wow, that's incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and then I'll do you when you have your thing, we can, you know what? We'll go like we'll go another level of meta inception deeper. Because you understand I'm posting, there's the surface level, but then there's often other things and people don't see that.
Sure, sure.
So
Yeah.
we'll have our VAs take this little thing here that we talked about on, our little analysis of your personal brand and like how the search engine looks at your stuff and turn that to an article that links to your different social properties. So this is a way where I can take my link juice and legitimately
Yeah, yeah.
pass to you because I do have the authoritative stuff on how to do the knowledge panel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then when you get your knowledge panel, take the screenshot and talk about what you did. Take, if you can, Leo, just take some screenshots kind of along the way, documenting the process.
Sure. Yeah.
This is not, I'm not looking for a testimonial. What
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking for is proven example to help other people achieve the same thing. So it's actually helpful. And this is what Google calls their helpful content policy,
I
right?
see. Yeah.
Because we're actually showing people how to do the thing.
Yeah, and I see what like your whole meta thing where like we're creating this, we're recording this, we're teaching
I'm
the
not
students.
selling, right? I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
looking
like
for a
we're gonna
testimonial, you see?
yeah, yeah, but it's all generating positive energy.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
And people will look at this and say, it's not just like, oh, well, Dennis is really smart. That's not what I'm looking for. I
yeah,
want
yeah,
people to say, oh, I also was stuck in the same thing where I had to, I was using rank math or I didn't know how to, whatever. Right.
yeah, and I got help. Yeah,
And here's like, this was actually helpful to me. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, this is awesome. Okay, I'll take screenshots and get through this.
And I think that given the citations that you have, I mean, what was your confidence score? Like 110 or something? Let's see. It was 24. Okay. Oh, it's a little lower than I thought. That's fine. But, we'll get that number up to over 100, ideally over 400 over time.
Incredible.
And then for sure it will trigger.
Okay,
And
awesome.
yeah, it'll be good.
Dennis, I greatly appreciate this. Thank you. I'm looking at your article a bit more now too. This is incredible. Yeah, it's so in depth.
I've helped so many friends. Like I've done it enough. I didn't even mean to write this article, but because I had one from years ago, people like, oh, I Googled you and this whole thing popped up. Because, I speak at these conferences, so other speakers would come up to me and say,
Yeah,
well, how come my thing does, I mean, maybe I don't speak as much, or maybe, I haven't been on CNN and all that like you have,
sure.
but I'm still a big deal because of this and that. So how come and I've helped some of the biggest names out there who
Yeah,
didn't have
that,
knowledge panels or who didn't
yeah,
know how to claim their knowledge panel.
yeah,
And then
or
help them.
even maybe that
Like taking
existed.
a, Jay Abraham. Jay Abraham is like an icon in the world of,
Yeah,
marketing.
yeah,
And he didn't have one, and I'm explaining to his team how to do it. And I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. You're the
yeah,
guy of
yeah,
preeminence, right? And you don't have
yeah,
your knowledge panel claimed? Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah,
So this happened so many times, and eventually, like, you know what? I'm just going to write an article.
yeah. Might as well.
And I
Yeah,
built a little
that's
tool,
the best
right? Okay, now
content,
put
right?
your name into the tool, and you can see all the stuff now, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's always the best content. Things that you're like repeatedly doing and are super helpful for people. It's
Yeah.
funny, yeah, his on Jay Abraham's page, his first ranking for his name is his about page, not his like main site. Interesting. I'm looking at
And
his
he has the
about.
classic issue where whenever you're a well-known figurehead kind of person, you and to blend the consulting, your
Yeah,
business, your
I get
brand.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And those
That,
are separate and they don't understand because they're like if you're the
yeah.
Colonel, you're the KFC, you are fried
Yeah.
chicken, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no. It's really funny. I've known that and I've worked on it a bit, but never had a conversation about it with anybody.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like just until now of like, yeah, I've ran into that issue multiple times. Because I'm for instance, my background is in social media. I know the
right,
difference most of the time, but it's either like, oh, I built them, but not built them out, or I focus on one, but
right.
not the other, or like I
Yeah.
just didn't claim this one because I'm like, why am I going to claim it? So it's more like just not doing my own due diligence for my own
Well,
work.
it's a cobbler's son issue, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, his about page is like fantastic. Yeah, mine's,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
You just got to
Makes,
get, from that about page, link to your greatest hits,
yeah,
ideally
yeah,
from other people, not just on your site, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
people
That's,
that
I
you
have to
praise.
work on it.
I love praising other people, like my friend Heather, who ran social media at GoDaddy. I wrote this whole thing about who she
It's,
was, how I've known her for like 15 years, and blah blah
yeah,
blah. And so I love writing these feature things because that helps them trigger knowledge panels, and then it strengthens mine at the same time.
sure, sure. Yeah,
Because it shows Judge Google, hey, these are people in the industry that are actually good friends of mine, not just like I had the AI write some
yeah,
nonsense.
yeah,
I
yeah.
show pictures of me and like Karen had never been to Facebook. So I invited her and her mom to Facebook headquarters and we had a whole day there and ate
That's
food
awesome.
and got a
Yeah,
tour
yeah.
and she was so happy, right?
That's
We took
awesome.
pictures, she shared it on social media.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And
what
you
I'm
had a
doing
good
is trying to
time.
improve. So it works on multiple levels where most people in social media are like, oh wow, Dennis must be really well connected because he arranged this whole thing and Karen sharing it and all the professors like, oh look, Dennis and Karen are hanging out at Facebook headquarters and his mom or and her mom too. So that's the superficial level. But the lower level is I'm trying to prove to Judge Google that I'm legit.
Yeah, yeah, makes
Who
sense.
else who wants to be authoritative in social media can say that they have the kind of power to arrange, conferences at GoDaddy's headquarters. Not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
anyone can pull strings like that.
yeah. That makes sense.
Or here we are doing social media for the Golden State Warriors, and you know, we're with the Warriors and the head of marketing and these other people. Steph Curry comes in,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is the definitive proof. Like I'm assuming that Judge Google is cynical and assumes like anything I have to say is not true.
That's
Right?
funny. Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
was at
good.
Nike's headquarters last week in Portland, and I brought a friend who's a professional dunker. He's going for the world record in vertical jump,
Oh, all right.
and they reserved the Nike gym, the iconic gym where Michael Jordan and all the Nike commercials and stuff like that
Sure.
was filmed. And my buddy Ben got to do a bunch of dunks, and we got to meet the design team and the people who were in charge of the Jordan and LeBron shoes, and like it was like a dream come true kind of thing for the design.
That's actually really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I documented all of that
That's
because
all. I
I'm
mean,
trying to
they totally.
show
Yeah.
that I'm authoritative when it comes to marketing in certain categories, right?
Yeah. And you're just having fun too. That's a
Yeah,
big, right.
yeah.
Where are you located, Dennis?
In Vegas, but I fly around a lot.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you're ever I'm in Queens in New York.
Oh,
So
I'm in New York all the time, like every month and a half, just because it's like the mothership of branding, advertising, and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Let's see. I'm in New York, I think 3 weeks from now, if you're around.
yeah. If you're here, I'm happy to meet up for a drink or anything like that.
Yeah, on the 26th or 27th. Ideally the
Uh,
27th. Let me know. That's a Friday. Let me know what
27.
your schedule looks like.
Let me look. I'll pull it up right now.
Okay. Yeah, we get lunch or something.
Yeah, yeah, please.
You're in Queens. Okay.
I'm in Queens, yeah, but I'm like right next to LaGuardia.
Yeah, I fly out of LaGuardia, so
You
because I
said
fly a lot of Southwest, so that's yeah.
you said August, was it 27th?
I'm sorry, September September 27th, a month out.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I try not to schedule much that far in advance, so I'm open. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect. Let's do it. I'm gonna block it out right now, and then
We'll do lunch.
yeah, let's do it.
There's a lot of amazing Chinese dim sum.
So yeah, we have the biggest. So I'm in Flushing, and we have the biggest Chinatown in the world.
Yeah, I know. I love it. And I'm Chinese. I love to tell people I'm as Chinese as Panda Express because I was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, no, it's incredible here. It's fun. Like, just it's an amazing place to be.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's great. Yeah, and I can
Uh,
speak Chinese, so they treat us better.
So, have you been to Main Street Flushing before or no?
Oh yeah, I've been there many times. I was
Oh,
there
okay.
just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because yeah, it's like it's just incredible. It's just such a
Yeah,
fun
I
place.
know. That's why I want to go.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, let's do lunch.
Okay,
I got to go to another meeting, but I really, really appreciate this. Appreciate just meeting, being able to talk. This was a lot of fun, and I hope
let's pay it forward, Leo.
I will. Promise.
And all these
Um,
other professors in our group, like, why don't they have this, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. Yeah, agreed. I'm definitely gonna pay it forward. I really appreciate this.
Awesome, man. Well, holler
Okay.
and yeah, let me know how your knowledge panel goes. I think you'll get approved in a couple days.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on your lists first, and then I'll give it a shot. That way, I might as well just let me get some strength behind it, some extra strength.
Yeah.
Dennis, thank you so much.
Awesome, man. You're the best.